Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and you guys, today we have a hesitant but needing foundation review. You guys, I'm at kind of a place right now, and you guys know on my channel, I believe in like full disclosure and full honesty, so I am going to be completely 100% honest with you. I am having a lot of issues right now with Sephora on a level that like supersedes what normal issues are. I'm having issues with them, like we're going through, and I'm not going to get into it right now because as like a businesswoman, I respect them as a business and I want to give them the opportunity to make it right and to actually work through this behind the scenes. It's not looking good in that direction, which is unfortunate. They are choosing to have business practices and be certain ways that I don't agree with, you know, as a consumer or as a YouTuber or as a business person. So, which YouTuber and business person are kind of synonymous. But my point is, I'm filming this. I am hesitant to film this. I am hoping everything is all right with this product. As you saw in the title, we are going to be testing out the new Marc Jacobs Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour Foundation. This has SPF 25 in it. We're going to read a ton about it on their website right now. I picked this up in the shade Fair Y110. I believe this is the lightest shade. It looks like it's the lightest shade. This is, you get 1.08 fluid ounces, so just over an ounce, and it is $46. And again, we'll get into the rest of that here in a second, but the main issue that I'm having with this is that when I received this product, the tamper-resistant seal was gone, and you could tell that there was some product on the tip. Now, again, I'm not going to get into it too much right now. I have contacted Sephora, and we are having an issue with what they feel is the right approach for me and my Sephora account and things of that nature. So, all of that to be said, this has already been touched in some way. I don't know how. I can't verify how. But I also recognize that I am a YouTuber and that if I want to grow my channel and, you know, proceed with this, I believe that there's always going to be some risk involved. So I am going to be trying out some of this. Now, one of the things that I know, and maybe there was no tamper seal on this to begin with. I don't know. There was no seal on the box. It was already like this part right here had already been creased and like opened. So I don't know, that part to me is just a little shady. I did also get a sample of this foundation as one of like my, you know, coupon code things that you can add on. Now this is the shade Light Y210. I picked it up so I could swatch them side by side for you so you can see the two colors. Plus I thought that way if this one is too light, maybe we would have a darker option, you know, something else. Now this one, the tamper-proof there's like a little silver tag thing over it. That one was on, attached, and intact, so that's a big plus. And it's just, you know, a little guy like this, but it did have a tamper-resistant thing on it. So, all of that to be said, this is what we are going to be trying out today, and, you know, hoping for the best. So, and just so you guys know, again, always in the interest of full disclosure, if things do not go correct with Sephora, and if, you know, they choose to be how they are, you know, going to be as a business, that is 100% their prerogative, but you guys will know the story. You guys will have to, because that's, in my opinion, like, being open and honest and like upfront about this kind of stuff. I'm not just here to represent me and to tell you guys about products. I'm here to be an advocate for the normal person, to be an advocate for someone who could get taken advantage of by a larger company, or, you know, who's treated like they don't matter. And I feel like that's something that needs to be openly talked about. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and check out some foundation. So it says that this is medium coverage. It is good for sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily skin types with a natural finish, which is interesting because it's not a matte finish. And it does, like I said, have SPF 25. It says it is an innovative, medium, buildable foundation with 24-hour wear and first to market flashback free SPF 25 for a youthful look. That is huge because typically anything that has SPF SPF in it, whether it be a powder, a foundation, it doesn't matter. There's almost always, because of the ingredients in SPF, flashback, which is huge. So that's awesome. Have it all with the Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour Foundation, inspired by Marc's very own shameless attitude and his tattoo. This innovative foundation lets your best self show all day long. It's clinically tested for 24 hours of long wear and contains a first-to-market technology for the SPF, blah, blah, blah. Makes it undetectable and no gray undertones are in the formula. It is oil-free, weightless, and it provides medium build-up coverage. Do they just like repeat the same thing over and over? What are you guys doing? You're killing me over here. Beautifies inside and out. That's great. Holds water, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and show off your skin shamelessly. All right, well, I guess that's all we need to know. You guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to swatch both colors for you. All right, kind of bring you guys in a little bit. Now, the shade on top is the larger bottle that I bought, which is the Fair Y110. It is very fair. I think that that might actually be too fair for me, which, hey, good job. By the way, their shade range on this collection was actually pretty decent. It had, how many was it? Okay, my phone just froze, but I think there's like 29 or 30 shades, which is really, really good. So anyways, this is the shade Y110. And then in my little tester here that I got, this is light Y210, which I honestly think a combination of the two is going to be a pretty good match. This Y1, or the light shade, definitely pulls like deep and orangey for me. Like, it's very much so in that regard, but nonetheless, these are the two shades. I will probably mix and dot them kind of all over just because. Now, normally you guys know I go in, as of late, I've been loving my Iconic brush right here. However, because I recognize not a lot of people would probably have that brush on hand, I think that we will go in with our Beauty Blender as well as a good old Y6 brush. This is just a standard flat top kabuki. A lot of people have some version of a flat top kabuki, so that is a good option in my opinion. Some people prefer to do it 100 different ways. Test your stuff however you want to test your stuff. That's fine. Now, let's go ahead and go in. Where is that mirror? Girl, do not mess. Now, normally I would wipe these off, but like, if we're going to use both colors, I see no reason to wipe them off. Okay, downside already, because of the shape of this bottle, like, you know how when you're doing your foundation and you're like mixing colors, you need to be able to set the bottle down? You can't set the bottle down. So it like wants to lay down, but it's a really liquidy, like, you can see how it travels quickly. It's very liquidy, so it tends to want to pour out the top. So just be mindful. The design of the bottle's not the best. All right, let's just test this because I'm sick of mixing. Okay, it's pretty light, but it's not the worst. I actually ended up using a lot more of the darker shade than I thought I would. So let's just go ahead and we're just gonna bounce this all over with that damp Beauty Blender. And I know that that wasn't a ton of product, but I just wanted to get it worked in. So let's do our business. Okay, so as of right now, it literally took all the foundation on my hand, which I just realized I didn't show you how much was there, but there was a fair amount. And you guys, I just spent all that time like building this up and it does not look good. Like, it looks super, super textured. And by the way, I did prime my skin this morning. I went in with my Origins Willow Herb Primer, which you guys know is one of my absolute favorites. And I went in also with a little bit of the Urban Decay to, you know, help with the situation even more. I'm just not impressed right now. I'm really hoping that this gets better. So let's go ahead and we're going to mix up another batch here and go in with the brush on the other side. I think what's really frustrating me about this is that it said medium coverage, and like literally even my lightest red spot, which is right here, is almost not covered. Like I don't understand that. It's crazy to me. So first of all, it is up close, leaving a kind of like undesirable finish on my skin when I use a brush. Like you can see these weird little stipple mark things, but what's weird is that it does it over here where I used a beauty blender. So I don't know if that's just like the texture of this foundation on my face. I'm not 100% sure. It does build up a ton better. Like I even have quite a bit left over on my hand when I used the brush side. So I'm gonna stipple some coverage over here and kind of, you know, see, I guess, how this happens. So far, you guys, I'm not living for this. I don't like it. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, so far, it's just not tripping my trigger. And you guys know, like, I'm a foundation queen. I love testing foundations. I love finding the best full coverage foundation for, like, oily people that actually have issues. Not full coverage, by the way, for people that are like, oh my god, I have this really bad like freckle right here. Like, please stop. Oh my god. That's like my biggest pet peeve in the beauty community. People are like, I love full coverage. And it's like, why? What are you covering? Like, your skin? Like, I don't understand. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like perception I know is like 9/10 of the deal. I know that like what they see could be horrendous, but what I see is just like, are you kidding? It's beautiful. Like, I look at Tati and Jeffree Star and I'm like, if I had your skin, this is the second time in like a week I've said their name in a video, but seriously, if I had your skin, like even Laura Lee, she's got, like, their skin is just like, how does this even happen? Huh, Nikki tutorials. Oh, girl. Okay, so far, it's definitely interesting. As we've already said, I'm not a big fan of the finish. I'm not a huge fan of the coverage. I would say that this is buildable to medium, but not medium and buildable from there, because I built this side up so much, and I should have so much coverage if it's buildable, but it's not, in my opinion. It does have a really nice natural finish, which is good. I'm gonna pop off of camera, finish up my face. I'm not thinking anything too fabulous today. I'm, you know, more or less just like, this whole Sephora thing, it's got me in kind of a funk, which you guys know, like, I try not to get in a funk because it's not the kind of person I want to be, but like, I'm getting into one. So I'm gonna kind of zen out for a minute and just, you know, put the rest of my makeup on, go in with some concealer, see what we can come up with, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, short, quick update real quick. So I have just went in with two different concealers, my Kylie Cosmetics concealer and my Tarte concealer. And literally this foundation is so sticky, it's like not blending. Like with my foundation or my concealers, it's like not wanting to blend, which is insane because these are concealers that I literally use every day, and like, come on. And then I look over and then, hold on, let me see if I can like zoom it in here. I have this spot. Do you see? I see this right here. Literally, foundation is just not sticking to my face. Like, can you see that? I am actually shook. Oh my gosh. I'm hoping this gets better with powder. Let's like zoom that back out. Thanks. You guys don't need to be that close. I'm hoping this gets better, but like so far I have had to do so much like concealing and attempt at concealing and like trying to blend. And there was like this really sticky orange line. I'm having a minute, but let me go ahead and I'm going to finish up. But I wanted to give you this progress report because, oh, good Lord. Alright guys, so I went ahead, obviously the rest of my face is finished up, and yes, what's on my face, by the way, I did like a soft, subtle, like what are they that's what they call it, right? Like a soft cut crease. Oh no, I wanted to try it. You guys, I am so, like, if I had to pick one thing, even more than wings that I'm intimidated by, it would be any form of a cut crease, like a soft, a glitter, anything. It intimidates me so bad. So like, if it looks atrocious, just try not to hate too bad. It's literally the first one I've ever done that I didn't smudge out. Like normally when I do one, I'm like, I can't do this. And then I like immediately smudge it away so it's no longer a cut crease, you know? And I actually left this one a cut crease and I tried to do it like justice a little bit, and you'll see I actually did wings. And they're not even just like little piddly wings. They're actually wings. Like, you guys, every insecurity I have is on my face. What is on my face though as far as products, we have some drugstore which I have been playing with. You'll hear obviously in one of my update videos we will talk about this, but this is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. It is this one right here. I know they have a couple different ones of these, as well as the e.l.f. Aqua Beauty. And it has a full pan size mirror, and then these more, they're like a cream shadow. They're very different in texture, but I've been working with both of those. I tried a couple different black eyeliners, one from Maybelline, one from, who is this? Mega Slim, Wet n Wild Mega Slim. This one worked better, by the way. What else? Iconic London is on the brows, my little brow thing. You guys, I have been obsessed. Highlight, of course, y'all, we went with some Flexitarian from ColourPop. This is one of the best, most blinding highlights that is affordable you will ever find. The ColourPop highlights do not play. This is so, so good. Is there anything else? Oh, what's on my lips? You guys, I bet that by now, if you watch it, just guess. That's right. Pinkies Up, ColourPop Luxe, like literally the lipstick to end all lipsticks. I wear this all the time. I'm mildly obsessed. Later on in the day, I'll pop a gloss over it just to make myself feel like extra bougie. But seriously, if I were to tell you buy one, like listen, I'm clapping in between every syllable. What does that tell you? It tells you that if I could tell you to buy one lipstick, it's this shit. Like how do you not? It's like a mixture. It's like a mauvey brown, nude, sexy. Like what? Huh? Who are you? I don't know. Blush, it's just one of my Tarte blushes from that big wheel thing. You guys, honestly, as far as like most of the things on my face, I haven't been experimenting too much with like face, just like a ton of new eye stuff. Oh, and there's a little bit on the inner part right here where it's whiter. The Diamond Dust Stila Glitter is there as well. That's the only thing I forgot. Okay, now that we have had like 10 minutes of Paige just talking for no reason, let's talk about this foundation. You guys, it's pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. So at first, I went ahead and I did all my normal things, and when I put down my concealer, I turned it back on. I was like, you guys, this isn't looking so good. And then I went in with my setting powder to like set my under eye. It actually felt tight, like all the moisture in my whole body had been sucked out, like that's what it felt like. It was actually the kind of tight where like it forms little wrinkles. It was that like, and I'm like, what? Okay, am I? My lipstick has been on for less than 30 seconds and it's traveling. Not the lipstick, it's my lips. But anyways, so we had issues with that. Well, then I go on and I'm like, you know, I really like this natural finish. Like in the mirror from this distance, it looks good. On camera, I think it looks really nice. I'm having one of those moments where I love the finish. I didn't like the coverage. I didn't like how it applied. It was sticky. But overall, right now, it is settling and looking beautiful. Now, I have talked about this a lot on my channel. My face has what I like to call a sweet spot, where when I'm testing out like a new foundation of any kind, I always like, I will not judge it based on this. I won't judge it even on the end result at the end of the day. I judge it on a window that happens in like an hour to 2 hours from now. And that's what I consider my very first impression. My Hulk line, this is one thing that I think is weird with this foundation. Like my Hulk line and even the lines on the side of my mouth, these areas almost have like a soft focus filter over them, which is so perplexing because I've never actually put something on my face and been able to see that result. So it's intriguing. I'm going to stop talking because of course I will pop on at the end of the day. We will do a full check on and yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys. But until then, huh? Look at that soft cut crease, yo. Guys, I'm so impressed with myself. I can't even. I don't even think it looks that great and I'm still impressed with it. And my wings. My wings, and I'm just like, look at me. Do you see me? Because I'm so excited about everything. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I am back. It has been a really, okay, I gotta take these off. It's killing me. The glare, like, it just distracts me every 10 seconds. So, you guys, it has been a long day, and I have a lot to tell you. The first thing we're gonna talk about is not the foundation. Oh, no. We're gonna talk about this ridiculous, like, cut crease situation I did and how I couldn't look at anything all day long, because I kept looking at my cut crease. I was just like, what is this? And what's going on? And ooh, like I was so conceited today. It was disgusting. And my brows were like even almost sisters. Like, what? Who is this girl who almost had her makeup on today? I was just so impressed with myself. So anyways, let's kind of dive into the makeup here. Now, I'm hoping that no one is going to be too mad at me. I didn't realize, so this morning I get up, and this video in particular I filmed yesterday because it's really good and like it's good content and I really want to get it up on my channel. Anytime there's a new release, I try to get those up for you as quickly as I can, just because you guys know that's kind of my thing. So I was trying to, you know, get it up and do all this and which is great. Like I'm all about getting it up the next day and all that stuff. That sounds really dirty every time I say it, and I can't, I'm just such a pervert. But all of that to be said, I didn't film this eye look, and a bunch of people were like, oh my god, like one of my friends even said, I'm so excited to watch you do that, oh my god, like it looks so good, it turned out great. And I was like, some idiot did not film it. That's me. So I'm really sorry. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want me to film this eye look or like something similar to it. You guys, I also have a question. You know what, here, let me get into the foundation. That way, for those of you that are here for that, you can watch it. Then we'll jump into the rest. So you guys, this morning I told you that I was having like all these issues with it and I hated the way it went on and I hated all these things. I'll be damned if I did not have to eat every single word. It looked so good. I got done filming and I walked out to leave and, you know, just go do my thing. My mom actually stopped me and was like, holy crap, your face looks so good. I got told that multiple times today that whatever I did to my skin, like whatever my foundation is, I should do it all the time. It looks perfect. It looks flawless. You guys, this makeup, it has been on my face right now for 12 hours, almost 12 hours, lacking like a minute. But it's been on my face for basically 12 hours. And it just now, at what I would say is probably the like 10, maybe 10 and a half hour mark, started to look bad. Before this, it looked so good. And through here, it still does. Like the only area it's looking rough is like right here. That is the only spot. Other than that, all of this looks so good. My forehead looks pretty good. My Hulk line, he got hungry. I'm not gonna lie, he got a little bit yummy, but it was like that from the very beginning this morning. My nose is, I did not blot once, you guys, but it is so disgustingly oily on the side. Like, I'm gonna blot before we do the close-up, because it's gross. Like, there's literally, oh God, I hate that. There's literally a pool of oil on the sides of my nose, but I was actually really impressed because that wasn't there for a long time today. Like, it took so long for all this oil to bust through and actually be seen, and there's literally no oil anywhere else. Like, none here, none on my lip, none on my forehead, just right here, which is so good. So let's go ahead, let's do the close-up real quick, and then we're gonna do some final footage. So again, the chin is looking a little rough, and so is like this area right here. You can definitely see it's looking a little cakey and a little funny through here. But you guys, look at this whole area. Like, all of that looks so beautiful. Bronzer, or, you know, contour, blush, highlight. Oh my God, looks perfect. Again, he got pretty hungry. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, he was really hungry. But like, no oil through here. Like, even look at like how my bronzer, or my whatever the hell I was wearing for contour, it looks so perfect through here, you guys. Like, I'm so impressed. Everything, it just, the whole face looks so impressive. So I think my overall with this foundation would be I do think it's actually a really, really nice one. Like, I'm so impressed with it. I'm very shocked at how well it wore. When I tell you, I legitimately, when I was putting this on, like, my face was sticking to this beauty blender. Like, it was, I'm like, this is gonna be a disaster. And I wasn't a big fan of the coverage, but I do feel like I was able to build it up and kind of, you know, conceal and do a little bit of other things that made it work nicely. I think it was able to work very well. I do think that a lot of this product is going to be playing with it for A, your specific skin type, and B, what products you use on the daily. I could definitely see this product being the type of one that it really makes a difference what you pair it with. I would be curious to try it on, or try it with another primer, because I think this primer, again, this is my Origins and it did a really nice job, but I would be curious to try it with like a drugstore primer, maybe my Milani Prime Shield, maybe my Matte Lock by L'Oreal, something along those lines. I would be curious to see if it jived with anything, you know, on the drugstore or the low end side. And the other thing, you guys, this paired so beautifully with my Fit Me loose powder. So beautifully. Like, I really can't express to you enough how bad I thought that this foundation day was going to go. And when I look in the mirror, even from like this distance, I'm still so impressed. Like, my face looks so good. Somehow I ended up with coverage, but like, I never had coverage to begin with. Like, I don't know how this all happened. It looks so airbrushed. And that is the, like, with this foundation, you guys, it looked airbrushed all day. Like, it just stayed looking that way. I'm not going to tell you that I think you should run out and get it, because quite frankly, I still think there was some voodoo that happened today, because I don't know how it went from being so bad to like this good. You know, like I'm having one of those moments. For me, I also want to try this as a mix-in foundation. I think it would look really beautiful if I could add maybe some like the Marc Jacobs dewdrops to this, or any kind of a shimmer, and maybe like a touch of my Estee Lauder Maximum Cover, something to give it a little bit more depth and maybe change the consistency a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, but that's kind of where I'm looking. Maybe some Maybelline like Stay Fit, that kind of thing, or Stay Matte, whatever the hell it is. But anyways, you guys, it worked really, really well for me. I definitely think it's something that you could pick up, you could try, you can consider. I'm not going to tell you it gets my full bill of health because I'm so confused as to how it went this good. But you guys, it looked stunning all day long. Now, with all of that being said, I have a question for you guys. Now, if you are new to my channel, hi, you can definitely do this as well. But if you are like, you know, someone that frequents my channel a lot, I know that I have probably like 20 to 30 of you roughly that comment like very consistently, which is so awesome, by the way. YouTube and I really appreciate it, because apparently YouTube has like algorithms, and if people are not watching your videos all the way through and commenting and like doing every single thing, YouTube will never advance you, because they don't feel like you're reliable, which is so dumb, but whatever, none of my business. So basically, by the way, side note, the only thing YouTube cares about apparently is watch time. Like, they don't care how many subscribers, they don't care about all that, which is crazy, because subscribers and everything are like built into this algorithm, so I don't even understand this. But all of that aside, I want to know from you guys. I feel like I test out a ton of new products, which is awesome, and I love doing that, and that's definitely like my passion, is trying like what's new, what's happening, what's popping, and being very relevant in that way. But I also want to know, what is stuff from you guys that you like to see incorporated on this kind of channel? Is it like you know, makeup for oily skin, or makeup I don't even know, like what are your guys' videos? I know that I love a good variety of videos. I love, you know, experimenting. I love trying new things. I even think some of those challenges are cute, but then I'm like, those are horribly overdone. So you know what I mean? Like the mix all your foundations or whatnot. You know, it's just, there's so many different things out there. And I was going to go through and like do my own research, which I still am. I'm actually going to go do some tonight, but I want to know what you guys think, like from my subscribers, from you. What is it that you want to see on my YouTube channel? What is a good direction that you see me going? What is something that you're like, hey, this would be a good video, this would be a good series? These are the different topics we like to talk about. I've seen like oily skin, hooded eyes, you know, stuff like that is really, really big. And I'm curious what you guys want, because the one thing, I want to shift my channel, and not shift it in like a bad way, but I definitely want to start incorporating both product reviews as well as these other videos, because I feel like, you know, I need to be a little bit more well-rounded in the videos I put out. And I think anyone can test a palette, and you know, anyone can test a whatever, but not anyone can teach you and be relatable and like do all these other things. So I definitely want to like try to go in that direction and kind of move there with you guys. So I was like, who better to ask than the people that I actually have watched my videos? So you guys tell me kind of, what are you thinking? I know that initially going this route is probably going to drop off. It might not drop subscribers, but it will probably drop views, because that's how this sort of thing works. But again, I know it's something that in the long run, I feel like it'll boost my name, my brand, my channel. It'll help give you guys more information. So tell me kind of what you guys are thinking. I'm not saying I'm going to get rid of my product reviews altogether, because that's a huge, huge part of my channel, but I definitely want to start like incorporating other things that makes me more than just that. Keeping in mind that I'm not like a professional makeup person. When I talk to you guys, I want it to be like you're talking to a normal person, not one of those people that just like looks like they woke up and like, oh, they're like a Tresemme commercial fresh out of bed. Like, that is not your girl. I wake up and I look like a drunk mole rat who just got shoved into the couch cushions for 3 years. Like, and I'm crawling out with like, you know, yesterday's friggin' sandwich crust over here and like a Tootsie Roll over here. Like that, I look rough when I function at any point in the day. Okay. So I want to be that relatable kind of person. And I think other people try to be that. And let's be honest, they all fail, because I don't feel like I'm sitting at home with my bestie when I'm listening to them. I feel like I'm looking at someone who is 100 times prettier than me go, oh my God, I need full coverage. And it's like, do not talk to me about your full coverage, because I'm gonna cut you and give you a reason to need it. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, I'm a little extra. So kind of tell me, you know, feel it out down in the comments. Comments. You guys, I'm so tired. Oh, it's been a long day. So let me know what you're thinking. And you guys, as always, I really, really appreciate everything that you guys have done for me, everything that you continue to do, all of your sweet words and your comments and just everything. I love it. Like, I do a cut crease for the first time, and I feel like so many of you get like equally excited for me. And it's just, I don't know. It's so cool. Okay, you guys, have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I will see you in the next one. Marc Jacobs foundation. I don't know what the hell happened, but it was beautiful. Sorcery. Sorcery is what happened. I'm on to you, Marc Jacobs.